Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the #1 source for the RVGCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RVGCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RVGCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter. Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter, and welcome to Goldilocks Global Banking News. I'm your host. Folks, today, more members announcing scheduled dates. We're calling them like dates as in dating a friend or dating someone casually, going out on a date. But these are folks that are going on dates with wealth managers, not personal relationship dates. No, I'm not saying that. This is where wealth managers are scheduling luncheons, dinners, lunch dates, dinner dates with members outside of the office. But folks, this is not the second and third time meeting with these wealth managers. Our members are establishing these relationships over time. A comfort level is established, and these wealth managers begin to open up. There are only 8 steps that many of you are hearing the success of our members over and over again about these relationships and with these actual bankers. It has taken them time to develop these relationships. I'm going to ask you a question about your currency exchange. I want you to truly, when you think of the answer to this question about your currency exchange, no matter if you have dinar, you have dong, whatever currency you have, I'm going to ask you, have you met in person the actual people that will exchange your currency for you? Have you? Why not? Did you know that you could? Or are you under the impression that you're supposed to wait? We have members that have signed contracts with the actual bankers who will exchange their currency for them at higher rates. But those are relationships they took time to develop. Months and months to develop those relationships. You haven't met anyone in the exchange. When it's time to happen, you're just going to meet someone for the first time. Where's the comfort level with you? Where's the relationship to do anything for you? You had the opportunity to begin establishing those relationships. There's only 8 steps that we share in the Goldilocks QFS Dialogues room, where Wiley, myself, and the tribe will welcome you with open arms. You are more than welcome for free. We'll show you the way. Now let's jump right into FOREX and Basel III, what Goldilocks is sharing today. Folks, many of you may not be aware, but Basel III, the Basel III Endgame, which is an international regulatory framework for banks to develop certain guidelines and rules for all banks around the world to follow. Every central bank, every bank around the world. Think of all of the banks, especially the big banks and especially the central banks. Folks, central banks are the banks that hold your foreign currency. Central Bank of Iraq for the dinar, State Bank of Vietnam for the dong, and so forth and so on. And they all banks, what it was developed to enhance bank liquidity, security, structure, and leverage its requirements. Meaning, the piggy bank in the banking system, the banks had to increase in the event of a crash, market crash. Its implementation, particularly the final phase known as Basel III, could influence currency exchange rates through several mechanisms, though the exact impact is complex and depends on various economic and market factors, such as increased capital requirements for each bank. Meaning, for example, if before the new banking system, see, right now we're in the old banking system. The new banking system, folks, goes live July 1st, Tuesday, the Basel III endgame. So, for example, with capital requirements before, let's say if banks had to have $500 billion in reserves. I'm just using this as an example. As of July 1st, they have to have double. So it'll be $1 trillion. All banks. By law. They actually have prepared for it. It took almost 2 to 3 years in preparation. Goes live July 1st, which is the end game. This liquidity, this extra cash flow, this extra money, this extra flow of money goes into the banking system, and it does include currencies. This is a global implementation, folks. Basel III's impact on foreign currency exchange rates is multifaceted. Higher capital and liquidity requirements may increase hedging costs and reduce FOREX market liquidity, potentially increasing volatility in less liquid currencies. Variations in implementation across jurisdictions could drive capital flows affecting currency strengths. While enhanced financial stability might support currencies in compliant Basel III jurisdictions, short-term economic slowdowns from reduced lending could weaken them. The net effect on exchange rates will depend on global economic conditions, central bank policies, and how banks adjust to their strategies. This is a new beginning for the global banking system. July 1st. Goldilocks is stating that for more data and implementation and market responses is needed, particularly as the U.S. finalizes its endgame July 1st. Folks, do not expect, and I want to make this very clear so that I can help you to manage your expectations. This does not mean because this goes live July 1st that boom, July 2nd, all the currencies will begin to go up and there will be an RV as a result of it. That's not how it works. I just want to manage your expectations properly. Although this goes live July 1st, and I'm saying don't expect an RV July 2nd or 3rd, we will be watching the markets very closely, especially from July 1st on. Whatever that on time frame is whatever it is. There are other things that are going to go into play in July, such as ISO 222 FedWire on July the 14th, confirmed. Also, the tariff negotiations, July 9th, will also be the deadline for Trump's moratorium on tariff negotiations. But this Basel III, I'm not going to put more time into what it is on this podcast. But think of an unlimited amount of money being able to move into the banking system now, especially under the new digital requirements that never happened before, because the old system, to a certain degree, as of July 1st, the old banking system will cease to exist. See, when banks buy and sell foreign currencies, it can free up liquidity for global currencies by facilitating the exchange of funds and managing currency risk. This activity, folks, particularly in the FOREX market, helps to ensure that there are sufficient funds available in different currencies to meet the needs of international trade and investment. See, banks must, especially on July 1st, from that point forward, must have not only an adequate amount of capital money in their own currency in the banking system, but an adequate amount of other foreign currencies in their reserves, along with gold in their reserves. So, Forex. Banks act as intermediaries, folks, in the Forex market. I'm going to repeat that, and I want you to pay attention carefully. This is not hyperbole. This is not opinion. This is not gut feeling or none of that other garbage, rumor talk to keep to tickle your ears. This is actual finance and banking terminology and facts. Banks act as intermediaries in the Forex market, buying and selling currencies to enable businesses and individuals to make international payments, invest in foreign markets, and manage currency risks. Banks act as intermediaries in the Forex market to do international banking transactions in different foreign markets. Notice it does not say currency exchange locations act as intermediaries, because they don't. They just exchange currencies at currency exchange locations. Banks act as intermediaries in the Forex market for international transactions. That could be trade from one currency to the other, and shipments on the water with different products and services. International banking transactions of buying and selling of goods and services from bank to bank. A company in Iraq to a company in Israel or wherever it is. Different currencies. Banks act as the intermediary to facilitate. So, for example, just like Trump's private business that broke ground in Vietnam just last month. All of those transactions will be done in the Dong in Vietnam. But before that, all of the preliminary transactions from the United States to Vietnam, there had to be currency swaps and exchanges through business deals. Banks have to act as the intermediaries. Notice this does not say, and this is directly from Forex. It doesn't say that redemption centers act as intermediaries. It doesn't say any other facility institution, but banks, because they're the only regulated institutions that can do so. Folks, Goldilocks wants you to understand foreign currency exchange stabilizes the movement of money through cross-border trades, meaning transactions throughout the world from country to country. Foreign currencies move throughout the global banking system through banks. Foreign currency moves and stabilizes the movement of money through business transactions that occur in the trillions every single day, done through banks. This is why we've encouraged our members to establish relationships at Tier 1 banks, and they've been successful. I'm going to ask you another question. Whom do you know that have successfully established relationships at redemption centers? Have you? Has your mama, your papa, your niece, nephew, son, daughter, cat, dog, pet lizard, anyone? Oh, you just believe what the gurus have been saying for 20 years. And you are banking your investment, your whole future of this investment is in what the gurus have told you? Come on, silly rabbits. Tricks are for kids. Folks, you have children. You've always told them to conduct themselves in a certain way. It's time for you to conduct yourself in a professional manner for your investment. Movement, folks, in the new digital banking system will bring about currency flows issued through foreign currency exchange swaps. The introduction of gold as a high liquidity asset in the banking system will help stabilize many of the volatility and disruptions that we see now. Goldilocks is stating that get ready. Our time is getting near. Make sure you continue to watch the water. We love you, folks. Be well. Ciao, ciao.
Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the #1 source for the RVGCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RVGCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RVGCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter.